Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. As I was talking about in the last video, I was talking about savings accounts. Well, what I want to go into today is I mentioned that I would find some savings accounts that I thought were low fee and relatively high interest rate that were mainstream savings accounts from big banks. So today, what I want to do is I found three that I want to go over and just kind of briefly talk about and kind of show you the benefits and maybe some of the drawbacks of each of these different savings accounts. Now, all three of these savings accounts are from three major banks: Capital One, Discover, and Amex. So the first one I'm going to start off with is Capital One. Now, Capital One, their savings account they call the 360 Performance Savings Account. Okay, it has a no minimum balance, and the current APR on it, the current interest rate is 0.50% per year. Now, 0.5% is very little money, but it is in the higher end of savings accounts right now, and I mean that really says it all. But that's not all the benefits that this savings account has got. Some of the benefits of Capital One. See, I don't have a savings account, but I do have a checking account with Capital One, and one of the things I like is their app. Now, the savings account, it can be hooked up to the app just like the checking account, and the app, everything, it's just real simple to use. Like, if you're like me and not that tech savvy, it's a really good one. Everything's simple. Your different accounts are set up into tiles. You just select your tiles, and then you can go in there, transfer money over, pay bills, whatever. And another thing I like about Capital One, which a lot of banks nowadays are doing this, so, and it's a really nice feature, is what they call mobile check deposit. And all you do is you just fill out a check to however they want it. Then you snap a picture of it and send it into the bank account. And when you send the check or whatever, it just gets deposited, and you don't have to go into a bank or nothing like that. It's just on your phone right then and there. So that's a really nice feature. I really like it. I don't use it much, but when I do, I really love it. So what you get into a lot of times with savings accounts too is they got a lot of hidden fees. A lot of hidden fees. But the Capital One really doesn't have a lot of those fees. They do have some, but they don't have a whole lot. Here's a list of some of the fees that they have. Domestic wire transfer fees will cost you $30. Okay, a statement copy, if you order like a paper statement, they're going to charge you $5 for that. Okay, and then cashier's checks at Capital One. If you want cashier's checks, that's going to cost you $10 a check, which I mean, like, why charge that? But how many people ask for cashier's checks? So there's times to use them, but a lot of times there's not really that big of a deal. So, and then like I said, the interest rate on the Capital One is 0.5%. So not too bad, but the interest rate could definitely be better. But given where interest rates are so cheap right now, I mean, that's about on par. So that's Capital One. Now we're going to have a look at Discover. Okay. So Discover on the interest rate, they beat out Capital One by 0.10%. And so with Discover savings account, you're going to be earning 0.60% on your money a year. So a little bit better. That's nice. And Discover, the name for their savings account's pretty simple. It's just their online savings account. So they make it simple. Okay, on their fees, here's one of the things I do like about Discover. They have no monthly maintenance, no bank check fee. That would be like cashier's check. Okay, no stop payment fee, no insufficient funds, no account closure fee, and no excessive withdrawal fee. So that's nice. They knock out a bunch of fees. Discover, just like Capital One, has mobile check deposit through their app. I have not used their app, so I don't know kind of how their app functions and stuff. But I would assume it being a bigger bank, probably they're gonna have a decent app. That's one of the things you can pretty well bet on is a relatively good app with these bigger banks. Poor interest rates, but good services for stuff like apps and their website and stuff like that. So the thing about Discover is not quite as well known as like Capital One or let's say Bank of America or any of those. And another thing with Discover is there's not any branches. Like you can't go and walk into a Discover. Unlike a Capital One, where you can go from where I'm at, you can go to Oklahoma City or Dallas, Texas, and there's Capital One branches all over the place. You can walk in, and if you need to deposit a check or you need them to ask questions about something on your bank account, you can do that just walking into a branch. With Discover, if you have an issue, you're gonna have to call them. There's no branch to walk into, which kind of sucks, but that's one of the reasons why you get a little bit higher interest on your account versus like Capital One. So, in a nutshell, that's Discover. Not bad, but there you go. Okay, the third and final one we're going to look at today is American Express's savings account. Now, American Express, they call their savings account, they call it a high yield savings account, which, you know, high yield. Okay, relatively, yes, but is it really high yield? No. But here's the current interest rate on the American Express savings accounts. Currently, it's 0.60 interest per year. So it is on par with Discover. So American Express and Discover they will pay you more interest than Capital One. There ain't much difference there, but they will pay you more. So that's nice. And with American Express, there's no minimums, so you can open it with $1, which is nice when you're like me and don't have a lot of money. Okay, and there's no monthly like service fees. That's a thing you get into with a lot of bank accounts, like savings and checking accounts, is they'll charge you like monthly service fees. For example, Bank of America tends to do this. They'll like charge you $15 for monthly service fee, or you got to keep $1,500 in there. It costs them nothing to keep the account open, but they just do that. They're looking for their share of money, so keep that in mind when looking at savings accounts. But American Express doesn't do that, so that's really nice. Okay. Oh, another thing I forgot to mention with these savings accounts is both the capital both the Capital One and the Discover limits you to withdrawals from the account of 6 per month. You can only withdraw from that account 6 times per month. With American Express, they allow 9 withdrawals per month, which I mean that's three more withdrawals than normal. So that's nice. Now, with this withdrawal limits on here, times you can withdraw, that's not a limit on the amount you withdraw per time. You can walk in or you can withdraw from these accounts any amount you want. You can just only do so many withdrawals in a month. And in American Express's case, it's 9. So that's not bad. Now, if you withdraw more than that, all these savings accounts, they'll send you a notice saying, hey, don't do this again. And if you keep doing it consistently, they can shut your account down. Or what they'll do is they'll like change it from a savings account to a checking account, and they may charge you like a monthly service fee then. So you got to watch that with these savings accounts. But the American Express, not too bad. So there, ladies and gentlemen, that's your rundown of 3 bigger bank savings accounts. Now there's a lot more savings accounts out there that I have not brought up. I'm just talking about 3 decently big banks where you'll get decent to good customer service, and you're not going to get charged with a whole lot of fees. You're going to have some, but you're not going to have as many. And the less fees you have, the more money you have because the less the bank's taking. And the more money you got, the more things you can do. Woo! But so, ladies and gentlemen, that's my rundown, and I appreciate y'all viewing. To my first subscriber, thank you very much, and y'all have a good one, and I'll see y'all next time.